Welcome to the Postgame Show. It's presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. Join the Maroon Club today. Our Coca-Cola Player of the Game, presented to you by Coca-Cola. We always invite you to enjoy the Coke side of life. Well, John Leone, we certainly know that the players were trying to get a win here for the seniors today. The Lafayette played hard. I think they can certainly take the successes of this ball game, maybe not worry about the failures anymore, and they'll get ready, I think, it looks like, for an American Eagle basketball team.
Great thing about the basketball season, Gary, there are really three seasons. There's the pre-conference season, the conference season, and then the tournament. Every team starts from scratch in March. And if history is any indicator, Lafayette's already gone down to Navy and beaten them. This is a team that is perfectly capable, and it's going to be very interesting to see not only who their matchup is, but how well they play with a fresh start.
Well, I'm sure Mike will talk a little bit to Coach Nolan about those possibilities. Here's Mike Joseph.
Well, thanks, Gary. I have Coach Diane Nolan here. Coached the game a lot closer than the 11-point finish. And I think the girls battled all the way to the end.
Oh, they did. We needed to get some stops and some scores. We got some stops. We couldn't get the scores, and they jumped on that. Yeah,
it kind of seemed that it went in spurts where you really kind of were looking for some offense down the road. You played terrific defense. Obviously, Danielle with a great game inside. But look, at certain times you were looking for some offense.
Exactly. And when you got to hunt down shots and you got to be aggressive, and I think we need to just do a little better job of that at this stretch.
Okay, and the three-point shooting was better today than it was in the past, and you may run into them down the road. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Danielle, 1,000 points, 12 points today, 7 rebounds, just a great game. And again, we talked to Coach Nolan. You battled all the way to the end, just came up a little bit short.
Yeah, Army's a really good team. They're number 2 in the league for a reason. And I thought we put a lot of heart out there, and I'm just so proud of my team just for putting the hustle, and it's been a great year. So.
You may not make it back to this building for you to play again, which is a little bit disappointing, but talk a little bit about your 4 years here. You've had a great career, and we've all enjoyed watching you.
I mean, it's been a fantastic 4 years. I've loved it here. It's just like the camaraderie amongst the team. That's probably who I'm going to miss the most are my teammates. It's just been such a great, and we have such great fans. Here we had a full house tonight, and it was fantastic. It's always a great feeling to play in Kirby.
Danielle, thank you so much, and congratulations on 1,000 points. Go get them in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Gary, that was Danielle and Coach Nolan. A tough game today. Obviously, 11 points doesn't tell the story. I've had a blast down here, Gary. I don't know about you guys. It's been a lot of fun. See you soon. Back to you.
Well, we always enjoy seeing you on the sideline. I like you much more up there in the booth with me when we're doing football games. But we hope to have Mike back whenever we can. And Dan Mowdy, of course, should be back with us on Monday night, because it appears now that the Lafayette Leopards, the men, will play Monday night. Boston University beat Holy Cross today 66-64. We believe that is a final, and that means the men will most probably be sitting in that 7th spot and will take on Navy Monday night. All right, John Leone has the halftime or the full game highlights for you, and then I'll give you some final numbers.
Gary, it was a really entertaining game. I mean, both teams really doing what they do best. Kelsey Minato, this was a big shot down the stretch. Lafayette was hanging around, making this a one-possession game. But boy, I'll tell you what, big players make big plays at key points in the game, and there's no better player in the Patriot League than that young lady, Kelsey Minato. And how about Amy Orton, our own local product, comes back, makes a couple of big buckets down the stretch. Watch this. There's nowhere for her to go. Hey, the basket's always open. She turns and knocks down a big shot. And when you're this close at the end, every shot is huge. Great bounce pass from, that time was Jen Hazlett to Jean Parker. And then watch the finish by Parker again. A role player coming off the bench. We're a little concerned about Army's depth, but I'll tell you what, some of their role players, their bench players, did a terrific job for Dave McGarity, and Army comes away with a hard-fought win. Boy, Danielle Fiacco, what can you say? She came into what could be her final game as a senior. Not only scored her 1,000th point, but brought energy and brought dominance to the inside. That's Kelly Lockney, another senior with a little turnaround jump shot. And Linnell Macklin, I'll tell you, when she has the feeling, I'll tell you, she can really light it up offensively. Bria Freeland on the dribble drive, she finds her running mate, Jamie O'Hare. Jamie O'Hare had a huge night. 4 or 5 threes from downtown. I mean, she was really trying to do her best to ignite the Leopard offense. And of course, Emily Holman, although she was a little quiet offensively, she made a couple of big plays down the stretch. Gary, again, there are some, what do we like to say, there are some tapes for learning and there's some tapes for burning. Diane Nolan's not going to want to burn this tape. A lot of good things happened, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of good stuff to build on as they head into the tournament.
And we certainly will not see the women again on LSN, but you can watch them on the Patriot League Network. They will be playing next Thursday night. Their opponent, we believe now, is going to be American. We're not 100% sure of that. And certainly we say goodbye to Maddie Fayen, Danielle Fiacco, Kristen Little, Kelly Lockney. They have given us a terrific 4 years of basketball. The final numbers for Lafayette will start with Army. Ortner with 10, Hazlett with 13, and no surprise, Kelsey Minato with 20 points in the ball game. The Army 64 points on 21 field goals. They had 6 triples and were 16 for 18 from the foul line. They now are 22-7, 14-4, the best record they have ever had in the Patriot League. And Dave McGarity, their head coach, they're 22-7 overall. For Lafayette, their 53 points came on 20 field goals, 6 threes, 7 for 14 from the foul line. Danielle Fiacco, 12 points and 7 rebounds as she goes over 1,000 in her career. And Jamie O'Hare, 16 points, 4 for 6 from beyond the arc. So Lafayette loses this one by a 64-53 score. They don't quite get over the hump for a winning season in the overall. They go to 14-14, 8-10 in the Patriot League. They will now have about a little bit less than a week of practice to get ready for the Patriot League tournament. We wish Diane and her troops well. Right now, if we were to guess, we would see you on Monday night, 7 o'clock live, as Lafayette will be taking on Navy. And just a reminder, if you are an RCN subscriber, you can watch high school basketball right here as soon as we get out of here. That's it for us. My thanks. Big thank you to Mike Joseph for filling in today. John Leone, of course, always good to be sitting next and alongside of him. Rick Gio, the RCN television team. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Monday night, hopefully, right here on the Lafayette Sports Network. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.